Hi guys, you can see here we have a user object with a name property and the value is Bob. Okay, now what we'll do is that let's create a method guys. So I'm gonna name it as greet. Okay, and let's take two parameters. First one is message and second one is end guys. Okay, simple. Now inside this let's write console.log and let's write here dollar. First we'll write message and then after that let's write again dollar and then let's write this dot name guys. Okay, simple. Now after that let's write dollar again and let's pass end here. So I'll write end. Okay, simple. Now what we'll do is that let's invoke that greet method. So I'm gonna write here user dot greet because greet is a part of user object. So let's pass argument as hi and then let's pass one more argument which is bye because that is end message. So I'll run this function. Yeah, simple. Now you can see guys, we got hi, Bob and then bye. Okay, now let's do something interesting guys. What I'll do here is that let's create a new variable. So I'm going to name it as let function2 and let's assign greet method to this function2. So I'll pass here user dot greet. Okay, simple. Now let me call this function. So I'll write function2 and then I'll invoke that. Okay, now let's see what we'll get. If I run this one, you see guys, we got undefined, undefined and then undefined. Why? Because we have not given any arguments. So let me pass here. First, let's say I'll pass hey. Okay, simple. And then I'll pass here bye once again. Okay, now let's see what we'll get. You see guys, now we got hey and then undefined and then bye again. But the question is why we got undefined in between. So guys, here we have taken greet method from user object and assigned it to a new variable called function2. Okay, now when we are calling function2, that function2 is independent guys. We are invoking an independent function which is nowhere linked with user object. Okay, that is why this variable inside that function2, this variable inside this function2 is not pointing to this user object because this is not bound based on where you declare function. It is decided based on how you call the function. Okay, to fix this issue, we have three beautiful methods guys. First one is call and then bind and then apply. Okay, these three methods will allow us to manually control where this should point when we are invoking the function. Okay, so let's start with first method, that is call, and I'll just write dot call. Okay, simple guys. Now here let's pass user as first argument. So I'll just write here user. Okay, simple guys. Okay, now what happens is that this inside this function2 will point to the user object because that is what we have passed here. Okay, now if I run this one, observe what happens. You see, we got proper output, that is hey, Bob and then bye, because inside this function2 this variable is properly pointing to this user object because that is what we have passed here. Okay, and these are optional arguments that we can pass if this function2 requires them. Okay, simple. Now coming to second method, that is apply. It is same as call guys, only difference is that it will take these arguments in an array format. Okay, for example, I'll just write here apply. Okay, and I'll wrap these things inside array. Okay, so I'll come here and I'll just put array. Okay, simple. Now if I run this one, you see we'll still get same output, that is hey, Bob and then bye. Okay, simple guys. This is the difference between call and apply. Okay, now the last method, that is bind. Let's write here bind. So I'll just write here bind. Okay, now that is simple. Now it doesn't require array guys, so we don't need to put array here. Let's remove these things. Okay, simple. Now let me run this once again. Yeah, you see guys, we didn't get any output. We still got hi, Bob, bye, which is from here, from this one. Okay, it is not printing anything. So guys, the thing with bind method is that instead of invoking or calling immediately the function like call and apply, it will return a brand new function with fixed this context and that should point to this user object because that is what we have passed here. Okay, so let's take a new variable. I'll just write here let and maybe I'll write here function3. Okay, that is equal to function2 dot bind. Now this will return a brand new function which we are storing in this function3 and this variable inside that brand new function will point to this user object. Okay, simple. Now I can just invoke this function3 guys. Simple. Now if I run this one, you see we got hey, Bob and then bye. Okay, that's it guys. This is the difference between call, bind and apply. This is how they will help us to manually control this whenever we want and we can decide where this variable should point to. If you found this video useful, please give it a like and subscribe guys. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.